Death's first day on the job. Death got laughed at by a dying man on his very first day. The red-haired guy wasn't actually dead yet, which left Death feeling pretty embarrassed. So he took back the 3 souls he'd collected. Then Death checked his wrist to see how much time this man had left. He was shocked to discover the guy still had 2.5 hours to live. The man was going to drift at sea and die of dehydration. He'd shrivel up under the blazing sun soon enough. Seeing Death coming, Death decided to wait it out. He put down his scythe and sat on a treasure chest. Out of curiosity, Death opened the chest he was sitting on. Inside was everything this man had worked for his entire fortune. Even though the guy was about to die, he wouldn't let anyone touch his stuff. Death nearly pinched his finger when closing the chest. This ticked him off, so he shoved the man aside and opened the treasure chest right in front of him. The weak man couldn't fight back. All he could do was watch helplessly. Death scooped up a handful of gold coins and suddenly had a crazy idea. He started throwing the coins into the water. He even nailed a perfect 5-hit combo. Death was having a blast. He grabbed more coins and kept playing. The man watched in agony as his hard-earned wealth got used like toys. He couldn't stand it anymore and covered his eyes. Suddenly, a big fish swam by. Death realized the gold coins could actually attract fish in the ocean, so he tied a coin to a rope and dropped it in the water to go fishing. The method actually worked, but this fish was incredibly strong. It dragged Death straight into the water and forced him to go surfing. The big fish circled the boat round and round. Meanwhile, the red-haired man started getting seasick. Death wanted to stop, but the fish wasn't giving him a break. After 20 circles, Death had even lost his shoes. But hey, he was still on the job. When the fish got close to the sail, Death grabbed the rope and dragged the red-haired man in with him. Just as they were riding the waves together, the fish burst out of the water. Death was stunned. This weird fish was even uglier than him. Turns out the fin he'd seen was just its hunting lure. The ugly fish kept dragging Death along, while the red-haired man was still trying to catch the falling gold coins. Just then, the ugly fish suddenly swam toward a nearby island. Death realized his job wasn't done yet, so he let go of the rope. Once free, the fish dove deep underwater, but the boat accidentally hit some rocks. The man got launched into the air, flew several hundred yards, and dropped through a broken window. He landed perfectly right at a bar counter. The bartender saw the coins on the counter and immediately brought over an 82 draft beer. The red-haired man suddenly realized he was saved. Looking at the beer and coins on the table, he decided he wanted both, but Death on the other side was in trouble. He sank to the ocean floor along with the treasure chest. Death was dead.